Hi guys, Irana here and welcome to my channel. So today in this video I want to show you how to take those beautiful fashion advertisements crisp and bright shots. So you might see them on the billboards, on the campaign, in the magazine. Basically it's just like a simple background and pretty models in a nice dress, and it's all looking super bright and crispy and shiny. Also it looks professional and intimidating, and it might seem that you cannot take it because you need probably something very cool and special equipment to do that, but it's not necessarily that you need like super expensive gear or light to do that. So today for this set I'm going to be using just one light. When you take a fashion shot, you need to keep in mind that the emphasis does not go on the subject's model's face. It's all together about clothes, about styling, because it's advertised the clothing, right? Usually clothing or accessory or shoes or whatever. So the shot has to be, if we're talking about that like a classic editorial fashion shoot, it has to be very well lit. Now you might think that for that you need some very strong light. Not necessarily. I personally will going to be using just a regular speed light for my set, and that will be enough. But what you better to use is a big modifier. The wider modifier, even if you're using a small speed light or bright the flash or whatever, the strobe, the larger modifier you have, that's what it modifies the source of light into much larger, the size of the modifiers. So I'll be using the largest that I have. It will be the 40-inch softbox, and I think that should be enough for me. And one more thing, I always forget the name of it, but the main idea is the closer source of light to the subject, the more contrast between highlights and shadows you will get, and also the more intensity within the shadows and highlights you will get. The more further away you will be removing your source of light, the softer transition will become between highlights and shadows, and also they will not be as contrast anymore. So basically, if we want nicely lit all the composition, then we need to take our light source further away, so it will be all nicely lit. Of course, you don't have to use, I'm just showing that you can use it even with one light. You can use multiple lights, absolutely. It's not the only one setup. You can use 2 lights, 3 lights, you can use the hair light, rim light, whatever it is. I'm just showing that even with one light, you can do that. Also, I'll be using natural gray background just because it suits with everything. That's just the safest choice. And also you will notice for a lot of campaigns they actually use neutral gray background, 2 negative fills on the both sides, black color fills, which is my one will be reflat, another just a black board, so that will create more kind of dramatic shade. A lot of photographers use that as well, so use that negative fill on the sides to create that more intense shadows on the sides, and it kind of separates the subject more from the background. When it comes to fashion, obviously the styling is very important, but it's rarely depends on you, I suppose. A lot of time if you do the client shoot, it's totally depend on the client, the styling and the clothing. If you do it like a collaboration and you collaborate with somebody, obviously it will be up to your stylist. But if you do it on your own and you're just wondering what type of clothes, I would suggest, usually for fashion shoot, choose something bright colors, nice prints, textures. Those looks really well, like bright colors, and especially like textures and prints and all that. The more colors the better. They just kind of, I find, looks really good. So if you wonder what type of clothing you want to choose, something with textures and colors and just something interesting, it just adds to the shot. Okay, so I'm going to take you to I will not be showing you this time the process of the shoot, just because will be just the same. You've seen it many times through my videos, maybe just a little bit, just to show the set. It was indeed just one light. This is my final choices. These are raw images, and you might see that the frame is a little bit not even. I think it's just I didn't set my tripod right, but it doesn't matter. This I can easily fix in Photoshop later. Oh, by the way, if you want to know how to easy fix the background like this, you can see the video that I have already on my channel. I think it's called the same, how to fix background fast, and then you can see how to fix this and make it even and nice. Okay, so I just decided to show you raw images, and now I'll go to Photoshop and perfect them, and then I'm going to show you the final edits. Okay, so now we come into the end of this video. I just want to point out one thing. A lot of time I get asked about settings on my camera. This is why I'm not really showing or mention it. It's not because I'm hiding them, not that at all. It's just my settings will be different from yours, and settings that work for me might not necessarily work for you, because it also will be depend on the light that you use, the intensity of the light that you use, how far it is. So just one thing maybe to mention, that whenever I shoot with artificial light, I make sure that I put my settings that my preview is completely black, so there is no ambient light involved. So the only light that camera actually see when it takes shot is just the flashlight. So probably that's the only one. And the other thing, most of my videos is just to show you that don't be intimidated by the images that you can see in the magazines or on the billboards, and think that just some out there godlike photographers can take them. Your idea and your creativity, this is what the most important, let me tell you, because when you get to the certain point of your skill as a photographer, when you understand the light, when you understand the settings, when you understand how everything works, when you understand the editing, when you get that skill level, it's more important what you can add as a creative, what ideas within your head, what is creativity. Well, of course, there is also like how well a salesperson you are and how you can market yourself and your brand name, of course that, but my channel is about to show you that don't be intimidated. Don't think that you really need to have something out of this world to achieve certain style and looks. My idea of this channel is to show you that you don't really need something special to get, if not the same result, that the very, very close result that you can sell to your clients, and your clients will be satisfied. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you did for more videos. It really motivates me to create more. Thumbs up if you like it. Write down in the comment below what you think about this video. Also, if you have any ideas for my next videos, please do let me know. And if you want to see more of my work, my photography work, please follow me on Instagram. It's @yurenergy_photo. And I really hope to see you next time. Bye!